Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano wrote an op-ed and actually made a video yesterday explaining how Donald Trump absolutely 100% broke the law. And that's based on just what we can see in the heavily redacted Mueller report. Napolitano points out that on at least half a dozen instances in that Mueller report, they've documented obstruction of justice. He absolutely rebukes Donald Trump for saying he has been completely exonerated when in fact he has not. Because, as Napolitano pointed out, you don't necessarily have to have the underlying crime to commit obstruction of justice. You do not have to completely follow through with the plan to obstruct justice to have obstruction of justice. All you have to have is the intent. That is it. The intent is what matters on obstruction of justice. And according to Napolitano, it is there. It is absolutely unequivocally there. Now, as Sam Seder pointed out on Twitter this morning, Napolitano made this video outside of Fox News. All right, they let him post his op-ed on the website, but apparently he had to go like down out in the street outside of the building in order to film this little video. Now, I don't know if that was intentional or he just said, hey, I want to do it outside. It's a nice day. Let's go walk out in the park. But nonetheless, what this shows us is that Fox News is starting to crack a bit. When you have somebody who has been a loyal right-wing lapdog like Napolitano finally have to come out and say, listen, the president's straight up lying to you here. He broke the law, and the report shows us that he broke the law. And more importantly, Napolitano points out, William Barr, the Attorney General of the United States, is covering for him and lied about what's actually in that report. That's unequivocal, folks. And again, Napolitano is no progressive resistance hero. He is a right-winger. And when even he, after working at Fox for years and years and years, is willing to come out and stand up and say, all right, hold up. This is wrong. The president's lying to you. Hell, probably my own network's lying to you. I don't think he would go as far as to say that. But the willingness to finally come out and break ranks with your network, with your co-hosts, with your colleagues, that says a lot. Because now suddenly there's another voice, and Napolitano's actually been doing this for a few weeks. Suddenly there's another voice willing to speak out against him. It's not just Shepard Smith. We have seen weekend hosts on Fox News also start to show the same thing. You know, interviewing a Kellyanne Conway or a Huckabee Sanders and calling them out for lying. There are cracks in the facade is what I'm trying to say. They may be small. There may only be a few of them, but the cracks are starting to appear. More and more voices inside that network are starting to speak out. And yeah, those voices may not be as loud or as powerful as your Hannitys and your Tuckers, but they're there. Napolitano may not be having nightly pillow talk with Donald Trump on the telephone like a Hannity or a Lou Dobbs, but he's letting the viewers know. That is powerful and that is important. We know what this Mueller report says based on the parts that are not redacted. We know we got at least 10 instances of obstruction of justice. The Democrats in Congress also know that. Let's hope they move forward with some kind of charges against him to show the world that he's not going to get away with it. But that's the legal side. The other side is the media. And if Fox News is not yelling in one coherent voice that the president was exonerated, then there's still a chance some members of that audience are going to understand that the president is lying to them. And more people at that network are starting to speak out. And that's not going to bode well for Donald Trump. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week, just click on the little join button right below the video.